Very good evening to all of you. Conrad Labuschagne here. I've just arrived back at home in lovely Salt Rock in Belita on the South African North Coast. Just arrived here, and it's a great privilege and an honor for me to quickly share some ideas with all of you. But on the outset, I want to just warm welcome to each and every one of you. In most cases, we probably haven't met us yet. Let me give you a very short background as to who I am and where I'm coming from and the reason for this call. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been very privileged in my life. I've been very blessed, and I've obviously achieved some successes, some failures and so forth. But the bottom line is, overall, I've worked out a couple of things. I've learned a heck of a lot. I've been privileged in my life that I've had the privilege of working with some of the greatest trainers and wealth creation coaches all around the globe. People like Robert Kiyosaki, Jack Canfield, and so many of them that I won't even bore you with a detail to share with you each and every one that I've met with. But these people had an incredible impact in my life over many years. And then back in those years, I really wanted to give back. And I started sharing the information all around the globe for many years. In fact, since 2008, I've been hosting seminars, amongst others, in South Africa, where I share the information of what I've learned, and more importantly, strategies that I've used that allows me freedom of time, freedom of stress, freedom of the rat race, if you will. My very good friend and associate and master trainer and a massive mentor of mine, Robert Kiyosaki, always talks about the rat race, and hopefully you had read some of his books along the way, and you would probably have read that he speaks a lot about some of the rat race and how people are stuck in the rat race. And on some of his slides that you're seeing is pictures of some of my seminars and the delegates of some of my various seminars, mostly here in South Africa, that I've done. Seeing that this is predominantly a South African audience that I'm speaking to tonight. So I'm here tonight to share with you just a very short summary of an event that we're busy doing in South Africa right now over this very point, point in time. I started the year off in last weekend in the beautiful Cape Town. This weekend coming we're in Durban, South Africa, and then the following weekend will be in Johannesburg. But let me tell you a little bit more about it. Firstly, the event is called Passive Income Mastery. It's a one-day event where delegates can register and come to. It's a one-day workshop where myself and various of my business associates and business partners and experts in their individual fields come along, and they just share with you certain strategies that we use that allow us to get to the point of freedom where we don't have to be part of the rat race. We don't have to end up working harder and harder and harder. In fact, the opposite. And as I talk about that, let me give you a little bit of an insight what the seminars are all about. Firstly, I teach, my area of expertise is teaching you business skills and business strategies. My entire career I've spent in business. I've built many successful businesses, incredibly successful businesses, and that's what I specialize in, teaching business strategies, how to take any business to a massive business. But at the same time, I also share and teach skills around property that will allow you to, regardless of where you are financially, and as you're listening to me, you might be thinking that property investments is not for you. Perhaps you're thinking that perhaps you don't qualify for a bond, or maybe you think you don't have the resources, or maybe even you think that renting out a property is just too much hassles, or whatever the case might be. Well, really tonight I just want to give you a bit of a taster of what it's about. I specialize on property investment, and the knowledge that I'll give you on Saturday will teach you how you can get a property regardless of where you are financially right now, regardless of whether you can get a bond or not, how you cannot, in fact, afford not to get into property, irrelevant of your current financial status, whether you cash flush and you got lots of cash to work with, whether you got the ability to get bonds or not, whether or not you haven't got the ability, it does not matter. Either way, you will leave there by Saturday close of business. You will leave there fully equipped, and you'll have a massive insight. Am I saying that this seminar is all of a sudden going to change your life by magic and all of a sudden the money is going to fall from the skies? Far from it. But what I'm going to tell you for sure, by the time you walk in there on Saturday morning, you're going to learn from various experts in their fields how you can go about creating multiple streams of income, all of which will do it for you purely passively. And when I say that, I mean it, meaning that the passive models that we talk about, the passive models that we teach, are not models where you have to go and recruit other people and sell them stuff that they don't want, or sell at all for that matter. Let me be very clear on it. Our passive income models does not require you to go and sell or offer the opportunity to anybody else. If you so wish to, wonderful. But the passive models that we teach and support and encourage people to get involved with does not require you to do any form of online activity of any sort or size or shape or form, and nor does it require you to get involved with selling stuff to your friends and family that they don't want in the first place. Now, you might have heard before, and you might say to yourself, I heard all this 1,000 times before, and in the end, I had to do this and this and this and this and this. But I want you to, for a moment, just think, what would your life be like if you can pay for your desired lifestyle out of passive income that you've created by working smart, by doing the right stuff in the right way, by applying the right strategies. And I'm going to get into the detail of some of our strategies to somewhat of an extent, just so that you've got an idea what these Saturday events are about. But these strategies would not require you to go and have coffee meetings with friends and family and relatives and sell them stuff that they don't want, or where you have to convince some stranger to buy a product that he or she does not want. And nor does it require for you to build websites or do adverts or anything of these many systems that you might have been exposed to. What we are talking about is extremely unique. It's something that we're all involved with. All of our business partners and associates are involved in doing this, and all of us are making money out of these activities 365 days out of 365 days, 24/7, without us having to lift a finger or speak to any other person or do any trade or do anything that we don't want to do. So here's the thing. You can come and learn those strategies, and you can apply, not maybe all, because we will share with you so many strategies that you probably wouldn't be able to even utilize more than 10% of them anyway. So the point is, you don't have to necessarily follow the property strategies. You don't necessarily have to follow the investment strategies that we talk about. We are just business people that share our knowledge and skills. Let me be very clear on it. We're not financial advisors. We're not a financial advisory company. We are an educational company that will teach and show you skills and strategies that you can, if you so wish to, go and apply in your own life to your own advantage, if you so wish to. Bottom line, all I'm saying is that we got incredible property skills between myself and my other property co-experts that will share with you property insights and skills and ways and means how to get in the property regardless of where you are financially. I've got a very good friend and associate and business partner of mine, a gentleman that I'll introduce to you in a few moments from now. But this gentleman is a leading international expert. He's globally renowned for the expertise that he has in the space of Bitcoin currencies and cryptocurrencies. He is globally renowned. He just got back from an international trip, and he's just on his way back again to Mexico and America to go and share and lecture on the topic of Bitcoin mining and cryptocurrencies and so forth. Now, tonight, he's going to be sharing a little bit of an insight, and we're very privileged that I've managed to secure him to come on and share some of those insights with you. some of my other experts that unfortunately tonight couldn't make this call, but they certainly will be at the Saturday event. They'll all be flying in time in advance of Saturday so that they can share with you strategies. One of them will share with you strategies of how you can trade in the global markets. And you might, as you listen to me, might have say to yourself, but I've been involved in trading before and it probably turned out into a disaster. But the reality of it is that trading in the global market is such a massive industry. In fact, it's 20 times the global GDP. I have to question whether you and I can afford today's days and age not to make money in the modern money way of making money. I have to question if we want to really and truly create financial freedom and a life of choice for yourself and your family and your loved ones, can we really and truly do so in the conventional way of working harder and harder and harder? Whether you're working for an employer or you're working in a business of sorts and you feel totally overwhelmed with all the pressures of a business, well, I'm here to tell you tonight, all of that can change if you are willing to invest just one day out of your life to come and learn some of these strategies that we're talking about. If you were to apply only one of those strategies that you'll learn about, it will change the rest of your life forever. Let me say it again. If you were to apply just one single strategy of what we'll be teaching, and we'll be teaching many different strategies, but if you were to apply just one, whichever one appeals to you, and you were to apply that through one strategy in your life, I know that it will change the rest of your life, because it has already changed the lives of thousands of people all around the globe, and it will change your life too. So my invitation to you is seriously consider. Because here's the thing, we all would like to have freedom of time and freedom of the financial stresses and cash flow stress and pressures that we have. Now, what will it be worth to you to come and spend one day, invest one day of your time and come and learn strategies? And you might say to yourself, but listen, I've heard this all before, but yes, what I can tell you. People that has taken the trouble to come and listen and learn these one-day strategies, there are thousands of them. And I've got testimonials and feedback of thousands of them, real people. The majority of them that you'll meet a whole bunch of them that will be there. And they'll be there not because of any reason other than saying to you, we're so happy to see you here. And they'll be there to share their own personal experience and their personal journey with you. And they will tell you at some point of their life, they've listened to a call similar to this, and they decided to take that brave step and go and listen and see what it's all about. And they will tell you they're making money 100% passively. They will tell you that they don't have to go and sell stuff to their relatives or co-workers or friends or family, nothing like that. They will tell you that they're making money 24/7 without having to do any active task of any sort or shape or size or form. And likewise, you'll meet many of them that will tell you that they're using our trading model. And the reason why our trading model is so incredibly successful is because it removes all the guessing. It removes the emotions. It removes the interpretation of the indicators in the market. And all you have to do is set up your robot and let the robot do the work for you. Yes, you can trade in this massive industry. And the best of it all is you can do so on simulation. You do not have to do so with real money. You do not have to go and put some of your hard-earned savings into something that you're not sure if you're going to be able to conquer and make it work for you. You can test for yourself whether you can make it on simulation or not. But the bottom line is I already know the outcome of that exercise. You will be successful because the robot will do everything for you. But I don't want to get too much into the detail of that. What I really want to get into tonight is the incredible, amazing colleague of mine, Tony de Gouveia, that's kindly sacrificed some of his time to be with us quickly tonight despite his very busy program, to just give you a little bit of an insight as to how the amazing world of gold and how Did you know that you can get gold for free before I introduce him? Yes, you can get gold for free. You don't necessarily have to have a lot of money to own the gold. And you all know the expression, he who owns the gold makes the rules, right? So the bottom line is he'll give you a little bit of an insight. Unfortunately, he won't be able to teach you much, because that's why you've got to come to the one-day event, so that he can, so from his side, he can give you all the strategies that he uses. And likewise myself, you know, one day is very short to teach you property skills, but nonetheless we'll do our utmost best to teach you as much as we possibly can in that short one day. And my very good friend and colleague Rick Potgieter will be there to share with you how trading strategies, whether you wish to trade live or whether you would wish to try it hands-off on a trading robot, regardless, he'll be there to sort of show you the way and show you some of his strategies. But ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let me hand over to the master of cryptocurrency, no doubt a leading international authority on the world of cryptocurrencies. So Tony, thank you very much. If you wouldn't mind just to share a little bit of an insight how cryptocurrency and gold investment can change people's lives, and the strategies that we've used to help thousands of people to change their lives. So Tony Kuguaya, over to you, and thank you again for being on the call with us tonight. Thank you, Tony.
Andre, thank you very much. Thank you for those kind words and introduction. I'm super excited to be sharing the day, or actually tonight, with you guys. And what a privilege, you know, what a privilege for us to be doing what we're doing. I've just returned back from the Free State. I spent today the whole day with my mom. We had to go down to the little town of SKYPE, where I actually grew up, and where we still got some of the commercial properties that we own between us as a family. And my mom had to go and sort out a few things, as she still received passive income. And yeah, so what a privilege today when I was driving back to her. And as most of you guys know or might not know, but I don't come from a rich family. You know, my parents came from Portugal to South Africa more than 45 years ago. My father's already passed away, but when they came to South Africa, they didn't know the language, they didn't have skills. Well, they had skills of work, but they didn't have education behind them. And so what we have grown up until today and put together is that what we've learned in this industry. So I was very blessed in a family that taught me work ethics, and very soon in my life as a retailer, where I own different franchises in the retail industry, Spars and Pick n Pays, and the service industry, I soon got to learn after 18 years of owning franchises that I'm just a glorified manager, and I needed to start doing something different. So 8 years ago, I started, and I decided to take a big turn in my life, and started looking at what my close inner circle mentors were doing. And one of those mentors is one of the South Africa's biggest wealth property gurus, if I can call it like that. And he's one of our business partners, and we get to spend a bit of time with them. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to start looking at some different business model that allows us to create and to build our wealth and to create our wealth. So 3 years ago, I found that opportunity. It was our gold business that we today are in. And Condre, you will love this comment. I was in Bedford View yesterday, and I was sitting with a property agent that does a lot of property transactions in the Vaal Dam area for the past 10, 15 years. And when his friend that he invited drove away, half an hour later he phoned and he says, listen, Tony, by the way, you said that you were involved in this gold business. Have you heard about this company? And when he mentioned the company, and he says that in this past 2-3 weeks, about 5-6 different people had contacted him to get him involved in this gold opportunity of us. And when he mentioned that company, it was the company that we started, Condre, 3 years ago, and that you and I are involved in. And I just started laughing at that, and I just said, you know what, Adrian, the quicker you get involved with us, the better, because if you're not going to get involved, your friends and your family are going to get involved before you. So time for you to get in and get going with us. So can you imagine, can you believe this, Condre? 3 years ago, we're still in the game, we're still in gold, but knowing what we're knowing about gold, and guys, if you know what's going to happen in South Africa, the budget speech is coming up at the end of February, and there's going to be some announcements. And look, I'm not an economist, I can't see into the future, but I can read figures, guys. I understand mathematics, I understand accounting, I understand figures, and today I want you guys to mark this. This is 25 minutes past 7, but I can tell you that in the next few months we are going to see a rand dollar more than $20 to the rand. So like I said, I'm not an economist, so don't keep me to this, but if it does happen, please let me know that I was the first one to tell you this on a Wednesday, 25 minutes past 7 p.m., that the rand dollar is definitely going to move and make a big move after our budget speech. Now, my concern, and those of you that are listening, and I see there's quite a few people on tonight's webinar, I'm asking you, what have you done to protect yourself from a devaluating rand that is just getting worse and worse and worse? And, you know, everything is just costing more and more and more. And people are struggling, guys. There are people, business people, there are salary earners, and I get to meet them every day, guys. I get to meet them, and every day they tell me, Tony, it's harder for me now to make money than ever before. I have to have 2, 3 different businesses. The guys that are working for the salary, they have to have 2 or 3 different jobs. So my question to you guys is, what have you done to put in play anything or something that is going to protect you from a devaluating rand? Now, guys, I'm flying off tomorrow, 4 o'clock in the morning, already leaving my house, going to the airport, and I'm flying down to Durban. And my schedule for the next 2 days, the Thursday and the Friday, is already fully booked with some of my friends and the business partners that I already have that is already pre-booked my whole 2 days. So the only day that I'm actually going to be on stage and be able to share with you guys a strategy that we've put in place where we get our gold for free, where we use Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining, guys, to print our own physical cash flow. Guys, you have not seen this in your life. You have not ever experienced this that we are going to show you. Guys, we've already lost a lot of money in this industry. And by us losing money in this industry, we learned every single time out of that. And what we are presenting and showing you guys is the stuff that's in play that helps us to control where the money flows in the industry, what helps us to protect our wealth that we are putting together, that is helping us to protect the wealth that we are growing. The guy that I met yesterday in Bedford View, 11:30 last night, he was still SMSing and WhatsApping us to say, listen, I cannot sleep. Never in my life as a businessman I actually believed could understand that you can print money, and the way that you explained it to me, Tony. So guys, come and see on Saturday. I will show you that what we've been doing for the past 3 years in our gold, how we get our gold for free. Not one of our guys in our team buys our own gold. And I'm asking you the question, if I could show you a way how you can get your gold for free, how much gold would you like to have? And hopefully you gave them the right answer, and not all of it, you know, but most of it, as much as possible. And that is what we're going to show you. After we've shown you how we get the gold for free, I'm going to show you how we generate our own cash flow, how we print our own money with Bitcoins, and how we use that cash flow to generate more wealth, more assets, and keep on increasing our portfolio of equity that we've got. Now, this is an event that if you do miss this, guys, if you have to look at my calendar, my whole calendar, the whole 52 weeks for this year is already fully booked. I'm off to Mexico next week. When I come back, I'm off to Europe again. When I come back from Europe, I'm going to be off to Malaysia again. And between all these flights and international events that I have to attend, my time is going to be very, very, very limited here in South Africa, guys. So I cannot promise you that I'm going to be at all the events, but I can tell you this. I am going to be at the next Durban event, which is happening now in the next few days. I am going to be at the next Johannesburg event that's happening on the 18th. So whenever you get a shout out from Condre, I think he's one of the most amazing convention seminar organizers in this industry. Not just that, guys. For him just to put these events together, it's amazing. But for him to take his team through and becoming the wealth coach that he is and helping people to keep on increasing their wealth. And I mean, we had a session last night with our internal coaches last night, a 3-hour training session that we did. And one of my top guys in my team, you know, some of you might know him, we call him the Greek god. He just said afterwards, and he's a businessman, and he just said to Condre, that what you've taught me in this past 20, 30 years as a businessman and running my own businesses, I have not understood it the way that you did it with me last night. So guys, do not miss this opportunity. Do not miss this opportunity to get connected with Conrad Labuschagne, get hold of him as a mentor, attend Saturday's event, get to meet our other different business partners that we've got with the Forex robot that we own as a community, get to understand how we have minimized, we've taken out the high risk in cryptocurrency, we brought it into what we call a safe risk environment where you, and I can guarantee you this, where you will never be able to lose your capital. You might lose some of your profits, but the way that we do it, you will never be able to lose your capital, and that I can guarantee you. So guys, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in Durban. Come up to us, come and meet us, come and introduce us who you are, and let us help you through this journey. So Condre, from our side, thank you so much once again of inviting me to this webinar tonight. I'm really, really honored to be working closely with you and to have you as a business partner. So thank you for your time, Condre.
Thank you so much, Tony. So, ladies and gentlemen, yes, here's a question for you. I've just spent basically the latter part of November, the whole of December, and pretty much the whole of January away touring internationally with my family and my loved ones. But the bottom line is, when I got back, now in February, bottom line is I've been making money every single day, every single night, and all of it 100% passively. I did not do anything to make that money. So the bottom line is, this is not about recruiting, this is not about doing tasks, this is not about doing certain things that's going to just keep you more in the rat race. This is about learning strategies that we've proved and that has changed the lives of thousands of people all around the world. And the bottom line is, I want you to for a moment think, what is it worth for you? What will it mean? What will it mean in your life if you can afford some more time with your loved ones? What will it mean in your life if you can afford to take your loved ones on the vacations and you remove the financial stress and cash flow stress and all the rest of it, having to worry about bills perhaps, whatever the case might be? How will it make and how will it change your life? Is it worthwhile for you to invest one day out of your life? I know we're all busy. I know we all got all sorts of pressures or things that we have to do and so on and so on. But the unfortunate thing is, obviously, we can't do it to the extent where we can accommodate everybody. We can only accommodate those that are willing to sacrifice that one day on the dates that we are available. We can only help those, as you can see here on the slide that you're seeing right now, an event that I've done not so long ago in Gallagher Estate in Johannesburg. And as you can see, there was quite a few people there. And the bottom line is, those people will tell you that they are so grateful that they decided to spend the one day, because they certainly got something that they took away that will help them to change the rest of their life. So if you are serious about changing the rest of your life, if you are serious about creating passive income, and more importantly, having more than adequate passive income coming in month after month, that is more than adequate to pay for your desired lifestyle, I would strongly, and I cannot more strong, recommend that you make the time available and you come and share the day with us so that you can learn some of these strategies so that you can change the rest of your life. No, it's not going to happen overnight. No, there's no magical formula where the money is just going to fall on you. No, it's not going to happen and fall out of the skies. But with our strategies, very easy, without you having to do any task or anything like that, you'll be able to change the rest of your life financially. So if you are serious to take the next step, this Saturday, the 11th of February, we'll be in Durban, in Umhlanga, at the Protea Hotel, just opposite Gateway, at the Protea Hotel there, right opposite Gateway. That will be on Saturday, the 11th of February. On the 18th of February in Randburg, we'll be on the 18th of February, we'll be in Randburg. And then on the 4th of March, we'll be in the Bloemfontein. So if you're in the Orange Free State area, we'll be in Bloemfontein. And then on the 11th of March, we'll be out in Mafeking. So if you're out in the Limpopo area, then you know when to come. If you're out in the Vaal Triangle area and you cannot get there sooner, then please join us on the 18th of March in the Vaal area. And then last but not least, if you cannot and you're in the Northern Cape region somewhere, join up with us on the 1st of April in Kimberley at the Protea Hotel right next door to the Big Hole in Kimberley. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are unfortunately the dates that we can offer you. Registration starts at 8 a.m., but obviously you have to acquire a ticket first. The ticket price is R1,000 per person. You might think about it and you might say to yourself, R1,000 is a lot of money to pay for a one-day event. But let me tell you, at this one-day event, I can assure you, you will learn strategies that will change the rest of your life. That I can assure you. But I've decided to reward only those that has been on this recording, only those of you that took the time and the trouble to be on this webinar. All of you can go to our website, and then if you go onto our website and you put in a special coupon code that I'm going to give you in a minute, you put in the special coupon code, you'll get a 50% discount. So therefore you'll only pay literally R500 for the seminar. So you just have to go onto our website, which is passiveincomeMastery.co.za, or you can go onto our main Work Your Wealth website, either one of the two, passiveincomeMastery.co.za or Work Your Wealth, one word, .co.za. Either one of those two websites, you can go onto the websites and put in a coupon code C for Charlie again, 01. That's a very, very special discount code. That coupon code has been loaded so that it will give you 50% discount. So when you put that coupon code in, when you book your ticket, it will allow you 50% discount. But here's the bad news. That ticket coupon code discount will only be valid basically for the next couple of days. I'll see if we can keep it available for the next 3 to 4 days, but I doubt if we will, given the number pressure that there is. But I can't assure you that it will be live and loaded for longer than the next 3 days. It probably only be for the next 24 hours. So if you are the one that took trouble to log in on this webinar, despite your busy program, regardless of a case, or perhaps if you were too late to get onto the webinar and the webinar room was full, certainly tomorrow morning you'll get an email from Katesh, one of our team guys, and he'll send you the recording. So either way, just make sure you rush over to the website immediately and put in that coupon code and secure your ticket and get the 50% discount voucher. But ladies and gentlemen, I also want to help you so that you can help also those that you care about. So here's the deal. If you book your ticket and once you paid for your ticket, the R500, here's the best of it all. You get to bring your partner, whether it's your life partner, your son, your daughter perhaps, or maybe a business partner, or perhaps a family friend or relative, it doesn't matter. We will allow you to bring one person as your guest 100% for free. So all you have to do is register your guest. Make sure you refer to the coupon code. So when you book your own ticket, instead of you paying R1,000 for just your ticket like everybody else says, because you've been on this webinar, you'll have access to the secret coupon code of CC01. Charlie, in other words, 01. If you put in that coupon code, it will allow you 50% discount, which means you'll only pay R500, and that will allow you to bring a guest of your choice 100% for free. No hidden cost, no questions asked. You'll be allowed to bring a guest for free. But of course you have to register your guest via my office. But once you got your ticket and once you claimed your ticket, you'll see how to go about registering your guest for free. So, ladies and gentlemen, from my side, thank you very, very, very much for being on this call with us tonight. Thank you for being so serious about your financial future, that you've taken the trouble and the effort to register and log into this call. We appreciate you. And on Saturday, whether it's Saturday the 4th of February, the 11th of February in Durban, or whether it's Saturday the 18th of February in Johannesburg, or the following Saturday perhaps in Bloemfontein, it doesn't matter. We'll be in Johannesburg, we'll be in Durban, we'll be in Bloemfontein, we'll be in the Vaal area, and we'll be in the Mafeking area for those of you that are from Limpopo. And last but not least, we'll be in the Bloemfontein district, and then of course the Northern Cape, so that nobody have to lose out. If unfortunately you're in the Cape Town district and you couldn't make it the last weekend when we were down in Cape Town, unfortunately we won't be able to come back there. So the bottom line is you'll have to be willing to come up to either Bloemfontein or Northern Cape, depending what's easier for you. But I can assure you one thing, it will change the rest of your life if you are willing to sacrifice one day out of your life. So ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely hope to see you there. Thank you very much again for joining us on this short call tonight, and I cannot wait to meet you there and introduce you to my other associates. Thank you very much, and until then, be awesome and see you there. Thank you.